Zimbabwe seems just on the right direction. There are major good news that are coming out of the country. Three good news. Number one, the country has launched just last month a gold-backed digital currency. Now, what this gold-backed digital currency will do to the country is that it will help the country to alleviate itself from this instigated poverty. Just so you have a background, Zimbabwe has been on sanction for the past 2 decades by the mostly by the Western countries, and then the so-called international financial institutions like IMF and World Bank. Number two, what this gold-backed digital currency will do is that it will boost the demand for the local currency, meaning for the Zimbabwean dollar. Number three, it will preserve also the value of the Zimbabwean currency or the Zimbabwean dollar as well. Another thing is what's happening exactly is with the Zimbabwean local currency, people in exchange for it can buy this token of gold. So far, today, actually, news coming out of the country, they have announced, the Zimbabwe Reserve Bank announced that so far, ever since it launched it, has sold 40 million dollar that amounts a gold that amounts $40 million. Of course, the transaction is happening in local currency. It's just that to give you an idea, because everybody's familiar with US dollar. Now, guess what? After Zimbabwe launched its gold-backed digital currency, the IMF it took IMF only 48 hours or something to come and cautioning Zimbabwe that Zimbabwe should, for a long-term solution, should go back to the conventional way. But what is the conventional way? Isn't initially the finance or this print money wasn't supposed to be backed by gold? Otherwise, really, it has no value. Which one is the conventional way? Number two, really to say that this is good or bad for Zimbabwe in the long term or short term, who will know it better than the Zimbabweans themselves? I mean, but of course, the IMF, all these international institutions and the West seems very busy policing African policies and ignoring what the Africans are saying, that what is better for them. Just so you know, the Zimbabwe Reserve Bank has also added that it's going to open its second round sale of token of golds. So regardless of this caution or warning of IMF, let that be noted. The second good news that's coming out of Zimbabwe is just this week, the country announced that it has released more than 4,000 prisoners. Now, these prisoners are who are pardoned by President Emerson Mnangagwa, the president of Zimbabwe. Now, the concerned authorities said that the reason for releasing these prisoners is that the capacity of the prisons in Zimbabwe is around 70,000. So currently there are 22,000 prisoners. So when they release these more than 4,000 prisoners, so it's about like 1/5 of the prisoners are free now. So these prisoners are also entitled to have a vote. Some connect this because there is an upcoming election in Zimbabwe in July 2023, and President Mnangagwa is seeking a second term in office. But in any case, the selection of the freed prisoners is based on those who have already served 3/4 of their sentence, and this pardoning does not include those who are involved or convicted of treason or robbery. The third good news that's coming out of Zimbabwe is that it has expressed its interest to join BRICS. So BRICS is a powerful grouping of the world's leading emerging economies that stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The upcoming summit of BRICS will take place in August 2023 in South Africa, just next door to Zimbabwe. Now, in this summit, a lot of countries, other countries globally, from Africa, from Asia, from the Middle East, have expressed their interest to join. Whether they will qualify to join is something we have to wait and see. But this is connected with our the first good news that I have told you regarding Zimbabwe's launching of a gold-backed digital currency, and also joining BRICS. If it qualify, it will mean that because BRICS is supposed to or planning to launch a currency, international currency, that will enable to replace the big currencies of this world, like dollar and euro, and that will enable the members to transact international trades with this currency. Of course, this is not something welcomed by the West. Let's see if IMF come out or World Bank and again warns Zimbabwe from entering, or from expressing its interest to join BRICS. Let us know in the comment section whether you think other African countries should follow what Zimbabwe has done, meaning launching a gold-backed digital currency and also joining BRICS. Almost all African countries have a problem of high inflation, so this seems the right way in order to tackle that problem. But let us know in the comment section what you think. Until next time, bye bye.